welcome. Welcome indeed to all of you who've come from the UK and from all over the world to the 6th World Congress of Teledermatology. And it gives me great pleasure as the President of the International Society and the Chairman of the local organising committee to welcome you here to what should be a very enjoyable couple of days. This is now the 6th event that we've had since 2006 and all these other locations. We will now be looking for where we have our next congresses, and if there are anyone here who are members of International Society who want to be so, who are desperately keen to host future congresses, then please approach myself or other members of the board, preferably today. So, the International Society hosts this event, and this is the main event for the International Society. And this is a great format for the British Teledermatology Society as well. A lot of our members are here, and a lot of our members have contributed greatly to the meeting. I'm totally indebted to the conference team, Chris and Sally, and the conference team for BAD, who really helped to put this together and made it much, much smoother for me and my organisers. And finally, we're lucky to be able to use the venue of the Royal College of Physicians here in London. Some of you may be familiar with the Royal College of Physicians. There's a couple of views from here. And of course, this is a very well-known early 1960s building, which has been the home for Royal College, say, since around the early 1960s. We'll be hopefully having our drinks reception later in the council chamber, and no doubt you can have a look around at the other areas. Whilst you're here, those who are not familiar with London, I hope you'll have allowed at least a couple of days to view some of the sites. You can see what you like from the London Eye. There's just a couple of pictures just to get your appetite whetted. The Tower of London, Tower Bridge and the Shard, another good view from there. I think it shouldn't be raining, not for the next couple of days, hopefully. Trafalgar Square and the National Gallery, Westminster and the Houses of Parliament, Westminster Abbey, Buckingham Palace. I haven't spoken to a Queen person. I'm not sure she's taking visitors this weekend. The Mall. And of course, if you want to do some shopping, you need to go to Harrods. Or maybe pick up something nice to take back from Fortnum's and Mason's in Piccadilly. Otherwise, there's plenty of nice places you can go to for entertainment, Covent Garden and Piccadilly Circus, just examples in the West End. So back to the Congress. We have 7 sessions today and tomorrow. We have 16 invited speakers from all over the world. There are 25 oral submitted abstracts, as well as another 8 presentations. You can view those on poster boards or with e-posters out in the lobby area. We have participants coming from 22 countries to this meeting. And we have, to keep you awake, we've got plenty of coffee and tea in the breaks, and as well as our drinks reception tonight. So you can all network, get to know each other, and hopefully we'll have some more collaborative research and new friendships developed. These are the 7 sessions which are in your programs, which I won't go through, but you should learn an awful lot about all types of teledermatological things over the next 2 days. I want to introduce you just to a couple of our well-known key international speakers that we have. Of course, Peter Sawyer will be broadcasting in from Australia tomorrow morning. He is the founding president of the Society and set it up with the initial congress in Graz. David Marino from Seville is a well-known figure in the world of teledermatology, particularly in skin cancer, and he will be speaking to us today. I'm very pleased with Amanda Oakley's being able to come over from New Zealand. And of course, most people will know that she is the founder and the main brain behind DermNet NZ, which is, of course, used by more people around the world than probably any other referencing platform. John Whitehead has come from America, and he is also a leading author and expert on economic matters in teledermatology. Leonard, sitting in the front row, not a bad picture. Another former president of the society, and of course a leading figure in Holland in the world of teledermatology and telemedicine. You haven't aged a day. And I have not yet met, but Carrie Kavarik hopefully is here, and from America also, and she runs the Africa Teledermatology project, and she will be talking to us tomorrow. So what is happening in 2016? Well, everyone's looking at their smartphones all the time and bumping over each other. So we have become totally reliant on our technology. So it goes to say that, it's not surprising this is how we should involve us in healthcare. And I think people are beginning to realize this. There is such a lot of advancement that has occurred in the last 10, 15 years with technology, new computers, imaging, etc. And of course, everyone is totally reliant on the internet. We look up everything, every information which we expect to come to our fingertips in seconds. So why should it happen in medicine? And of course, doctors who are traditionally rather conservative creatures are gradually coming around to the idea that actually this is something we need to embrace. And of course, patients expect it too. In the UK, we've been doing this since the turn of the century, really. Initially, lots of problems with the technology. We've had the British Teledermatology Society here since 2003, and basically to help that along. And we developed national guidelines in 2012 for store and forward teledermatology. We're now working on guidelines for use of mobile devices. So we have also done 3 national surveys in this country and looking at people's attitudes and use of teledermatology. And this just shows us the number of dermatologists who responded who actually say that they have used teledermatology or are using it. And we can see that over the last 10 years, that's gone from about 17% to about 35% of dermatologists in this country. And what about their attitudes to using teledermatology? This is an interesting slide over the last 5 years. We can see if we ask them, what do you think about prioritizing skin lesions? Well, just over 60% of people thought it was a good idea they would use it 5 years ago. Now it's 75%. They're a little bit more cautious if it means you don't actually see the patient face to face. But still, almost 50% of people are happy with that idea. Non-lesions, almost the same. A little bit happier if they're not seeing them. People still worry about missing melanomas. And interestingly, what about what they think of using teledermatology ever? 5 years ago, 50% of dermatologists in this country who answered the survey said they had no intention whatsoever of ever using teledermatology. That's now come down to a third, 30%. So I think more and more people are beginning to get the hang of really how useful teledermatology and what all the advantages are. Thank you. I think it's time to get on with the Congress.